It was not a good trip for the Sun Devils in Corvallis as they fall to Oregon State 24-10. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Brad Sesmat. And Brad, you were up there for this game. They got out physical from the jump. What did you see from this team?
Okay, so you were down here on the field, and what did we see? We saw a false start.
And they came in bunches.
10 penalties. We've seen 10 penalties all year. I don't want to hear that, well, the crowd was really a factor. This was not BYU. This was not. And so, when the fans storm the field here afterwards, Arizona State is not a program that should be part of fans storming the field. And celebrating being bowl eligible a couple of weeks ago and now seeing where they are after a game like tonight, Jordan, I just look at it and say, we all know that reset needs to be pushed. We do. And so they can say whatever they want to say, but the facts are every week it's the same stuff. Jaden Daniels has more interceptions than touchdowns this season.
Yep.
I mean, that's stunning to see what has happened to him. And I know there was the car crash, and you want to get into that, but I just sat up there and said, I've seen this movie before. Fans have seen this movie before. We know the boat sinks in the end, okay? So you come all the way to Corvallis in a game where you could have had some momentum, and instead you go back to Tempe and say, well, as long as we beat the U of A, it's a really big season. And it just shouldn't be that way. They've won one game in 3 years. So, no, I'm frustrated. I'm disappointed. I've just seen this stuff go on for years and years and years.
Yeah, after the game, Herm Edwards really just been echoing the same things he's been saying over and over. Nothing seems to have changed. You mentioned the car crash briefly. They're without Jalen Conyers. They're without Curtis Hodges, two of the tight ends.
And that's important. That's important.
He says they've been missing players all year, and it didn't really affect them much. But in a game where they got out physical, that might not be the case.
Well, I don't know if it limited it that much. I mean, it's just, we missed some players, but we've been missing players all season. So we don't use that as an excuse. I mean, we bogged down too many times offensively.
Well, that loss definitely seemed to matter. On the sidelines, the team just didn't seem like they had the same rah-rah. I saw Jaden Daniels and Chase Lucas doing their typical things on the sidelines, trying to get guys going, but a lot of guys maybe weren't responding the same way. I don't know what it was, if there was something in the air, but they just didn't seem to have that fight today, and the Beavers did. They were playing for something. Oregon lost. It was announced here on the PA sound system. Everyone in the stadium was going ballistic because they're playing for a Pac-12 North championship later on next week, and ASU is not playing for a Pac-12 championship. So Oregon State had a little bit more to play for, and they definitely showed it tonight.
Well, they did, and I think if you look just at the Pac-12 South, Jordan, you see that Utah now, for the third time in 4 years, wins the South. They are owning the South. You also have to look and see that USC again today was blitzed by UCLA, so USC is going to have a new coach next season. And so with that will come enthusiasm for the USC fans and the recruiting aspect of it. You're Arizona State and you're just sitting here spinning your wheels down. I mean, really, if you look at the record of Herm, and I was in agreement of the hire when Ray made it. Look, Ray Anderson was going to fire Todd Graham. If we're going to go through revisionist history, that wasn't his hire. So Todd was gone. We could see that coming. They paid him $14 million to go away. Well, what is President Crow going to do about this football program now? The NCAA is investigating. We're not seeing much of anything out of this program in terms of going to big bowl games, and not again. I'm getting fans sending me, we're going back to El Paso and all that. And it just shouldn't be that way. It just shouldn't be that way. And I can't understand why. It's the Rose Bowl team of '97 was the last time they played a game in Pasadena outside of playing UCLA every year. And so, I go through these numbers and they're just not good in any way, shape, or form. So
it's all the small things. They're playing at the end of the game. Blink 182, all the small things.
Yes,
Oregon State did them right. ASU hasn't been doing them right.
It's great atmosphere with the music. I mean, I'll give them that.
They were on point with that. They had the music going when they needed to, and it definitely highlighted this game. So any final thoughts, Brad, here in Corvallis?
U of A next week. That's it. It'll be fun. I mean, I think that what I've seen out of what Coach Fish is doing in Tucson, I've seen improvement every week. Sun Devil fans will want to hear that. But they're getting better, and they don't have a lot of talent. ASU has a lot of talent. They got away from Rashad White tonight, I thought. White had some foot trouble out here. Did you notice that too down here on the sideline?
He did a little bit. He was slipping and sliding.
Yeah. And so, you get back home. It's the regular season finale. There'll be an announcement of a bowl game. But I really believe that this tonight signals that there should be a change across the board with this football program.
Well, there you have it from Corvallis, Oregon. ASU falls 24-10 to the Beavers. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Brad Sesmat. You can read the full story on sports360az.com.